Hello and good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, December 3rd, and I will just take a moment for everyone to receive the notification that I've gone live. And I know some of you will be watching this afterwards. So today I am going to be doing mini readings for each astrological sign for the month of December. All right, so I'm going to give everybody, like I said, a moment or two. When I start seeing the numbers pop up on my little screen, then I will get us started here. And I do need to sign off like by 10 till 5 till 11. I'm going to be working out front today at the Bonita store. All right. Hello and good morning. So if you can see me and hear me while I am live here, please type in hello in the comment area. And feel like I'm connecting. We'll see. We'll see. And in the meantime, I'm going to light my sage. So I'm going to light my sage to start the process of all of us to begin the ritual of all of us connecting here. Hey, good morning. Hi, good morning. Okay, good. Everybody, well, for the most part, who is live here can see me, can hear me. Good morning. And I can't remember if I introduced myself. I am Laurie Baracco, and I am going to be sharing messages for each astrological sign for the month of December. But first, I am going to begin our time here together by smudging with my sage. And I'm using white sage, and I don't usually put too many leaves in there. This is the loose sage. I feel that too many leaves in there kind of doesn't keep it feeling fresh and smelling as fresh as it could. Good morning. Good morning. All right, wonderful. So I see quite a few of you here today. So let's all take a moment. And it doesn't matter whether you're watching live or afterwards. It's all intention. It's all psychic consciousness, energy, vibration, frequency where we connect. And so I call in the most highest light to connect us here today as we share messages and connect to receive, to share, to integrate and implement and integrate and maybe implement the messages and the seeds that Spirit's planting today to help us on our path. I ask that I am an open channel of information, consciousness, vibration, and wisdom that will flow through me as I sync with my higher self, my guides, my guardians, and the light. And so it is. All right, so I am going to be using today a deck that it's been around for a little while, and it's a beloved favorite. This is the Moonchild Tarot. This is the original edition. This is by Danielle Noel, and it's a gorgeous deck. Recently, she released another deck that is the Shadow Work deck, and it's a purple deck. I do have it out front. I have a couple copies out front, and I have a couple copies online in the online store too. But this one, the OG Moonchild Tarot, we've got a pretty good stock of these. I'd say maybe a dozen in each storefront and online, and a dozen online too. Okay, so because this is the demo that we have out front, I've lit my sage again, and I did this before, but I just want to talk about setting the space and prepping your tools, cleansing your tools, shifting the energy, creating a sacred space within your tools yourself. I've already smudged myself even before I hopped online. So I am smudging these cards because these are the demo. And let's just must down my way. Okay. All right, and away we go. And I know it's been a little while since we have connected online. Things have been pretty busy at both centers. As I know all of you are living busy lives as well, and a lot going on, whether it's your busyness with your outer world or the things that you're navigating through or with on your own personal inner planes. Okay, so here's this gorgeous deck, all cleansed and prepped. It comes with a beautiful book. I mean, this book is heavy duty. It's got lots of information there, and the cards have a beautiful, thick cardstock. I feel like I'm on QVC. Oh, shoot. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to give the cards a shuffle. And so what I'm going to be doing is selecting a card for each astrological sign. And these are the messages for the month of December for that sign. Now, some things I want you to pay attention to. Now, just because it's not your sun sign, which I'm looking at the sun sign, this could relate to your moon sign, your rising, your north node, your south node. The people around you may have those sun signs as well. And it might even be that none of that applies, just the message really resonates. Embrace it, let it integrate within you. And maybe if you have pen and paper, take a couple of notes to refer back to what Spirit is bringing through. Okay, so I will be beginning with the sign of Aries. So this first one is for my Aries. So I'm going to go through the whole zodiac, starting with Aries, the beginning of the wheel, the beginning of the journey. Okay, so away we go. So the first one is for Aries. Okay, and this card here, it's the Hierophant. So I'm going to show you this here. This is the Hierophant for the sign of Aries. So the advice for the month of December with Aries is to maybe rethink some things, that this may not be the time to go rogue, to go completely in a different direction if it's not a tried and true process, pathway, if you don't have enough information, if you're wanting to just really launch something really quickly, this may not be the time to do that. Spirit saying, let's give things more time to come together, to set in, to create a foundation before you go and start your new things. I know that with Aries being a fire sign, being the first sign of the zodiac, they are the initiator. They are the ones to say, okay, I'm just going to go for it. And they have a lot of confidence with that. This may not be the time to do that, right? Just kind of, it doesn't mean you need to abandon and abort ship, right? Or abort your mission. It means that there's still more, there's more to it. There might be some missteps if you launch too soon, or if you jump the gun. Okay. And one of the things you might notice too is that there are some delays with your process if you try to start something sooner than it's ready, right? Prematurely start things. Okay. Hello, I see more friends signing in. Hello. Okay, so that was our message for Aries. Okay, do we have any Aries online here at this time? And if not, that's okay. All right, the next one is for Taurus. I'm going to pull a card for Taurus. Again, I'm using the beautiful Moonchild Tarot. All right, the next one is the Wheel of Fortune. So for Taurus, you might be you are going to be receiving the opposite message of Aries. So the Wheel of Fortune is more about surrendering, going with the flow, not resisting change, trusting in your higher power, and being mindful of where Spirit's trying to lead you. So this is the opposite message of Aries. You are being encouraged to be mindful of the signs, the symbols, the opportunities that are coming in for you. And also, I want to bring in the topic and talk a little bit about faith and trusting that your higher self, your divine helpers, your spirit, the light, is working in your favor to help you with being unstuck and helping you to shift out of and let go what isn't serving you anymore. So you've got Taurus, you have the opposite message where Taurus is an earth sign, and it likes It likes, it can be stubborn sometimes. I'm just going to say it can be stubborn. It can resist change, be resistant to change, and it likes consistency and routine. You are being guided to shift out of that and to follow the breadcrumbs of spirit, follow the lead of spirit. Okay? Any Taurus, Sun Tauruses out there, or any Taurians out there? I'm just looking at my comments. Does some of this make sense? And for anybody here, does this resonate with you where maybe it's not your sun sign or someone around you, that it just that message resonates for you? I see someone says that they are an Aquarius. Well, we'll get to you for sure in just a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to go to the next sign, which is Gemini. We have lots of Geminis around us here. Oh, someone says, me, it resonates. Good, Facebook user. All right, so Gemini, you have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. The Seven of Pentacles reversed. Oh, someone is a Taurus. Okay, cool. So now we're moving to Gemini. Gemini, you have the Seven of Pentacles reversed, which this is the upright image, but this is reversed. So Gemini, you are putting forth effort these days where it's kind of like you're spinning your wheels. And I feel like there's the duality that's coming in for you. But if I work hard enough and I stay consistent, it will work out. And I feel like Spirit's trying to show you that you are watering a dead garden. You are watering seeds that aren't even planted, that are done. They're finished. It's all picked over. So Geminis, please, please, please really be mindful and pay attention to where you're feeling so much. I feel like you also are feeling frustrated. Pay attention to where you're feeling frustrated. Like, what the heck? I'm doing everything I can do. I'm crossing my T's. I'm dotting my I's. I'm trying to stay positive and it's still not taking place. I'm going to invite you to take a step back, regroup, and think about, how things are not flowing for you, where it's not flowing. Is it because you need to change things up? Is it that the tried and true method is not working anymore? You need to shift it? Or is it that maybe I'm channeling my energy to something that my soul says isn't for my highest and best good right now? And I was going to say it doesn't matter, but maybe it doesn't matter right now. Like, that's not the priority in your life. And you're so hyper-focused over here that you're missing out on other of the path of less resistance around you these days. Okay, so it's time for change. If you have given yourself a fair time frame of getting things going where you should see the needle move a little and it hasn't happened, it might be time to step back, put it on the shelf for now, and then gear up and take a look and step into your natural flow. Okay. All right. Let's see more friends here. Hey, good morning. If you're joining me live, I'm Laurie Baracco. Many of you know who I am. I am sharing messages for each zodiac sign for the month of December, and I'm using the Moonchild Tarot by Danielle Noel. It is a gorgeous deck. So we carry this in both storefronts and online. And I don't remember when it was published. Let me see if I can. It was published a little while ago. A few years. 2018? No way. That's crazy. So this is 5 years old. No way. Oh my gosh. I remember that I hadn't even heard of this deck yet. And a client came in and she was shopping and she was asking me if we had the Moonchild Tarot. I said, no, I'm not even really familiar with that. And I looked it up and it took me a little while, but then this creator was able to make it available for booksellers too, not just through her online store. But oh my gosh, 5 years. Well, then how exciting that Danielle Noel was able to create a second deck with this theme, and it's the shadow work Moonchild. It's a purple deck. We have that deck, a couple out front, a couple online, and I think as of right now, I might be mistaken, but I think they're not publishing anymore for the month of December. So it's a beautiful deck. Okay. So, hey, good morning, Lisa from Massachusetts. I bet it's cold there. Here in Southwest Florida, hopefully we're going to have 1 or 2 cold fronts coming in this week. All right, so now I've picked a card for Cancer, which is the 2 of Pentacles. So I actually feel like I want to go with your finances and your investments these days. It feels like where the scales aren't balanced with where you're monopolizing some of your energy, your time, your money, your finances, funding something. I feel like we need to pull a little bit out of that and not neglect the other areas of your life. So let's just say this. I'm just going to use a car, for example. So you have 2 cars in the family. One of them, like you're doing everything because it's your favorite car and you're fixing it, you're detailing it, you're washing it, and maybe you're not paying attention to the other car, right? Maybe there's another car that you have for another family member, or it's a work car or something, and you're just kind of like, yeah. I'm just thinking to myself, I get in, I go, and I don't always wash it and clean it and give it the love it needs. We need to bring some of that, balance some of that out. So this could have to do with this has to do with your physical world, your tangible world. So it could be your body. It could be that you're spending more time focused on your finances rather than your health. It could be so many different things. It could be someone you care about. It could be a pet, but somewhere things are out of balance. They're not in right relation with where we're being hyper-focused. And maybe there's a squeakier wheel that keeps taking our attention and taking our attention away from other things and our focus. Let's again, pull back. This message is so powerful these days. Pull back, regroup, and just assess what's going on here. There's another squeaky wheel that you're ignoring. And I wanted to say my hand was itching. So if the palm of your hand itches, it means that abundance is coming in. So you'll be able to spread the wealth. The wealth is wanting to be spread, whether it's your health, your home, your cars, right? So just be mindful of that. Okay. There's more than one squeaky wheel. Okay. I'm just going to read some of the comments here. And Kristen said you showed up in the notifications and you didn't know before today that I have a message for Pisces. Yep, you got it. There probably is a message for Pisces, Kristen. Welcome and good morning. I do try to post the event. And so I try to go live every other Sunday. Last Sunday, we had Candace's fair the day before, and I just thought, I'm going to rest up a little bit before I go into work. So I see some more messages here. So I also try to send it in the newsletters, although it's not always on the newsletter. So I try to go live. So whether you're on the Facebook page, it should be in the events. And I know somebody can help out maybe and validate this. I think that there's a way of setting your settings, setting your notifications to whenever there's an event or a live event as well. Somewhere. I know there is something somewhere. I know it's on YouTube, and it has to be on Facebook too. They just changed things a bit, so I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm not sure where it is or how it looks, but I do believe there is something. If you go to the page and kind of play around a little on there. All right. Hello, my friend that's late. Good morning. You can always catch the replay in from Cancer. You're welcome, my Cancer friends. You're welcome. Thank you. I love sharing messages with everyone, and thank you. And I know that Spirit uses me as a vessel to share what's coming through, and I receive as I share, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously. Okay, so we're going to go on to Leo. So this is for sun sign Leo. Leo's around you, moon in Leo, and or simply the message hits home. Okay. All right, so I want to say this first, that there is some healing that most certainly needs to take place for Leos. Whenever I start to get really warm, I can feel my Reiki energy turning on. And for me, that's my cue, that's my psychic cue that, all right, so Leo, or the message, whatever that is, Leo's around you, doesn't matter, that there is some physical healing that is trying to take place. So listen to your body, listen to the cues, pause, disconnect, make your health a priority, make your rest a priority, make your peace of mind, body, and spirit a priority. So healing is underway. Just know that. Okay. Oh, look at that shadow work. I believe that this is the devil card. Let me just double check. Some of these, I know that she had a couple of the of extra cards in here, but I'm just going to make sure that I have this correct. This is correct in here. I didn't even see it as a number, so this might be a bonus card. Let's see. So you can talk amongst yourselves if you'd like. Sorry. I think this might be an extra card. Bonus keys. She does have, yep, one of them is this card for Leo, which is perfect with what I was feeling. So this is the shadow work card reverse, and I'm going to read it from here so I can share with you what this is about. A mystic rests in a quiet contemplation beneath the light of the full moon, infusing its ancient wisdom within her own vibration. Here she works her inner spark through her transmutation and gleaming of her shadow, an important facet of her being, which exists in balance and her light. So let me just see. I feel like there's something here for us. So the shadow work, which is tending to the aspects of ourselves that we know may not be bright and shiny, that we kind of shy away for, where we know there's so much healing and pain, and there are triggers in that space. And I see there's a question. So I am using the Moonchild Tarot today. So this is about also duality. I'm just going to read this a little bit. The moments that redefine us as stronger, wiser, and softer through our own struggles and shortcomings. When we recognize the new heartfelt strength which comes as a result of how far we have been pushed. And when we recognize the new heartfelt strength which comes as a result of how far we have been pushed. Oh, I read that already. When we rise in courage or love through experiencing fear or heartache, and when we take less for granted after our sense of comfort or security has been challenged or reduced. So definitely this card goes along with what I was feeling right away. So if things are coming up, if you're feeling really uncomfortable, try not to run away from it. Gather your resources, your inner resources and your outer resources. Maybe schedule a Reiki session. Maybe if you already have some experience in healing work, put your hands on yourself, light a candle, cord cutting, journaling. They're saying to hunker down a little bit and just gather the things you know that help support you. The people, places, and things create boundaries that will help you on your journey as these life-changing experiences come up and come to the forefront for you. There's a lot that's taking place, my Leo friends, and it's coming up because you're more than being ready and able to shift through some of this stuff. Okay, you'll be happier and more fulfilled and healthier on the other side. Okay, all right, so we're going to go to Virgo now. Hello. I see more friends joining. Good morning, my friends. Okay, so we have now Virgo. Virgo has the 6 of Cups reversed. So this may not be your favorite time, Virgo. Maybe you're feeling off. Maybe you're feeling kind of heavy. Maybe the memories of the past experiences where you've been heartbroken and there's been deception and just feeling really uncomfortable. It feels like that is kind of what's coming up for you these days. So there's part of that shadow work for you too, but you can always shift out of that by looking at what you have to be grateful for, what has worked well in your life. And you may need to fake it till you make it. Write down 20 things that you're grateful for and focus on those things rather than what hasn't worked, what's disappointing. And I'm going to encourage some cord cuttings for you as well, to be able to cut those cords, to start fresh and move into a different direction for yourself, and not allow yourself to be a slave to your emotions and the past. Okay. All right. So the next reading is for Libra. And hi there, friend. I am not doing personal readings. I'm doing collective readings for each zodiac sign for the month of December. And we are up to Libra. All right. Okay, Libra, here we go. You have the 8 of Wands. So beautiful. You've got the 8 of Wands here, Libra. So once you commit to something, things are going to fall into place very, very, very quickly. So this is a blessing for Libras, my Libra friends, that there will be so many split decisions that you're going to be presented with, that you won't have time to be in your mind. I get it. I have tons of Libra friends around me. I have a lot of Libra in my chart, and Libras tend to second guess themselves and change their minds. At this time, Spirit's saying, nope, there will be tons of decisions you need to make right here, right now, and then just keep commit to it and move forward. If you make that decision, commit to it and move forward, and stop going back and forth, and just trust that when a door opens, when you make that decision and things start to take place, you don't need to go back and start over again and change your mind. So you are being supported, guided, and lifted by Spirit to help you move through to the next phase and what's coming up in your life, the next chapter. All right, next we have Scorpio. Any Scorpios here? You know, I feel like I want to put those other cards back in the deck. All righty, Scorpio. All right. And that's so funny. I just got the 7 of Pentacles reversed. So I just heard that. I knew that one was coming up. Okay, so Scorpio reversed. How funny that is. 7 of Pentacles. So I'm hearing some thought prompts. Does that thought serve me? Does that pathway serve me? Don't be so stuck in proving your point that you sabotage yourself. Is there? I'm thinking of the questions. I bring this up often from the work by Byron Katie, and she has questions where she prompts, where she asks you, is it true? Do you know it to be true? Is it helpful? Is it necessary? Right? So kind of really reevaluating just to prove my point, which I may have been correct and others may have been incorrect. Is it worth me staying and fighting to the death with this situation? No, it is not. So Scorpio, if you are not seeing and feeling progress, move on. Take your things and move on to the next thing, right? And I do think that part of that message that I had for, I can't remember now which sign it was, that that you may need to try different approaches at this time with people, places, and things. What may have worked before may not work now. And I'm feeling one of those has to do with communication with some people, that how you communicate with a certain person, individual, that how you communicated before is not getting your point across. Let's bring a little bit of a softer edge, a little bit more compassion, and breathe. You might even want to ask yourself, what would Buddha do? What would an ascended master do? How would they handle this situation? Let me bring more light into my responses. Okay, next we have Sagittarius. Okay, I put that card back in the deck. You know, that's one of the things I just love about working with divination tools is that the same card can come up. And when I felt the need to put those cards back in, that one of those cards came up because that's what Spirit wanted to share, that card as a message for you. And if you remember, write down the card that that came through for your sign, where that resonated, and maybe go a little bit more in depth with that card and that message and the consciousness it holds. I'm glad that made sense. And Liz says, totally. Okay, so now we're going on to, oh shoot, Sagittarius, right? Wait a minute. I just lost my place. Can somebody help me here? I know I crossed it out, so I don't know if I'm on Capricorn. I'm gonna wait for the response. No, I think I'm on Sagittarius. Help a sister out. That's why I write it down and I cross it out, but I think I crossed it out too soon. Thanks, Liz. I knew you would answer me. Okay, so, oh my gosh. That's just an example of how when you're in that space that you're using the other part of the brain and the and that part. Thanks, Carolyn. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Oh, look at everybody's there. Whew. All right, so Sag, you have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so I want to show you. These cards are just so beautiful in the symbolism. This is this card here, Ace of Pentacles reversed. I'm hearing you do not need that new thing, that new shiny toy, that thing that maybe the newer version of something, that there is more life, more experience to what you're experiencing right now. Doesn't mean you cannot have goals of that new car or that new home or that new job. Because there's still more that you're overlooking, like where you're currently at. They're saying, but there's more, and you haven't really delved into it. I feel like Sagittarians, you've been kind of distracted these days, and I'm feeling really tired. I feel like you're feeling kind of wiped out, tired, exhausted, and so you don't feel like going back in there. It's like let's say you've got a jar of peanut butter. Weird reference, right? But say you have a jar of peanut butter and you're making something, you know, the recipe calls for more peanut butter, and you're towards the end of the jar. You just don't feel like getting the spatula out and scraping the bottom of that jar to get the last of it. That's what I'm feeling for Sagittarius. There's still more, and you're just ready to toss everything and just go on to the next thing. But there's still more experience, more to receive. There's more to receive through your current experiences. So try not to jump the gun. Don't just jump ahead and start a new journey, because you're probably going to be pulled back to that jar of peanut butter where you didn't get the good stuff out of the middle. You know what they're showing me? That say you did that, right? And you're just like, forget it. I'm just going to toss. I have another jar of peanut butter up there. I'm just going to toss this one out. You open up the new jar of peanut butter and you find mold in it, right? And then you're like, oh my gosh. Like, I shouldn't have done that because I put garbage in that peanut butter jar and it still had more. Now I'm kind of SOL. Okay. Does that make sense? It's an interesting analogy, but I really feel like it's important, and it's something for all of us to really think about. You may be tired. You might be like, forget it. I don't have to go all the way over there and get the spatula. Or maybe got to clean the spatula and then dry it off and then try to get that out. I know. Interesting to see some laughter there. But anyway, so that's your message, Sag. Don't just jump on to the next thing. Stay. Go smudge yourself, eat a protein bar, get some water, take a nap, and just try to like get back in. Don't tap out right now. Okay. Newer is not always better. Okay. All right. Now I know we're on to Capricorn. All right. Here we go, Capricorn. I can't wait to see how many of you come in and say, I worked on that peanut butter jar. As I know a lot of times when people come into the shop that they'll reference what was coming through in a live. Okay, so here we go, Cappies. All right, and again, if you're just tuning in, I am sharing messages from the Moonchild Tarot by Danielle Noel for all zodiac signs. We're on the last three: Capricorn, and then Aquarius and Pisces. These are messages for the collective for the month of December. All right, Eight of Wands, Capricorn, Eight of Wands. So this just came up before, and you saw me shuffle, extra shuffle. So the wands are a fire sign, and they have that, they're inspiring, they have that movement, they want to get you from here to here. And I do think that there's a lot of fear that's coming up from my Capricorn friends these days. Like, what if this? And I might be afraid to take that leap of faith. I like routine, and I might feel like maybe 2024, I want to play it safe this month or this year. And Spirit's saying, nope, you are going to have to try to trust the process. And when we have wind coming under your wings, we're trying to carry you to somewhere new, somewhere exciting, somewhere, the placement that is an alignment for your highest and most best good. Okay. So, Capricorn, when you have those three signs, those three repetitive messages, I want you to pause, pay attention, and let your guard down, and maybe even say to yourself, I am open to change. My divine self, the light, the creator, my guides, my higher self knows what's for my highest and best good. I let go of resistance. I trust the process, and I deserve to be happy, thriving, healthy, and in alignment with my heart's desires. Okay? All right. So now we move on to Aquarius. Aquarius. All right, give our cards a shuffle. It just says he's a Capricorn, and this makes sense. You are very welcome. You're very welcome. I'll say it. 2023 was maybe not my most favorite year of things that popped up, but I know that all that takes place is for my highest and best good, and for the highest and best good of the soul contracts I have with other people, right? My destiny. And why fight what's not flowing? And why fight where you're unhappy? Just kind of move with it. And Angela says 2024 will be my best year so far. Yes. I think that is a really great mantra, affirmation, to say it, right? And say it and declare it, right? Now, what you didn't say is that it's not like that it's going to be easy. It's going to be my best year yet. I am going to be aligned and thrive, and I am happy to do what it takes to get there. And Anne says, whoa, this Capricorn is hearing this again, and will truly need to heed it this time. You got it, Anne. I know you will. All right, so I'm going to go to Aquarius because I have been shuffling for a long time. We've got the Six of Swords reversed for Aquarius. I felt like my Aquarian friends would be so much happier if you gave yourself permission to be happy where you are. It's like I feel like there are conditions around your happiness. When this happens, I'll be happy. When that comes together, I'll be all good. I feel like you're not giving yourself permission in this time and space where there are blessings to let your hair down, to breathe, to relax, to enjoy the experiences that are taking place right now. I felt like there are a lot of conditions, which I know we all do this, but I really feel this is coming up for Aquarius, is that when this happens, like it's like a math problem, right? What is that, geometry? Maybe. When X plus this equals this, then that'll happen, right? When I move here and I find a job, when I find my soulmate, then it's all going to work out and I'll be good to go. It's like we're taskmasters, and until we get to that destination, we're not going to let ourselves to enjoy the moment. We will not be happy in this place. Yeah. So Aquarius, try not to do that. Try not to put conditions on when you will allow yourself to turn off the mind, because also swords are the mind, the thought. So there's this hamster wheel that keeps going round and round and round. When this, then that. And what if this? And what if that? So let's step off that hamster wheel. Let's try to be more present and maybe work on the root chakra more so. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to read some of the comments and then we'll get to Pisces. And Angela says, absolutely all of that. Yes. And Kristen, another declaration. 2024 is going to be filled with so much love and healing for so many people. I do think so. I do think so. There has been, like we have experienced a lot, right? And I, over the last 4 years, let's say 4 years. And, I've heard people say this has been the worst era and time frame in the history of the earth. I don't know about that. I think that each generation goes through things where we are being pushed to grow, to let go of what doesn't matter, to evolve. And these experiences in the pressure cooker create opportunity for growth, healing, raising your vibration, and recalibrating ourselves. Yeah. All right. So someone just popped on. You will need to rewatch, friend. Okay. So we're going to the last sign of the zodiac, which is Pisces. All right, Pisces, away we go. Pull the first one. Ugh. says the Pisces. All right, Pisces, we got the 10 of Swords. Well, heck. So the 10 of Swords is the most challenging card of the deck because it means that like all that's going on is stressful. You're not imagining it. You're not just being a baby. And really what is taking place is a lot. But the best news of that is that like we've hit the wall, that this is it. Like this is as stressful or bad as it can get. And then after that, there is a renewal. There's a new beginning. There's a birthing. Something like there are a couple of areas that are wanting to be birthed. And so you're going through the labor of that and the uncomfortableness and just feeling really off. And so the good news is that this is all because there is a complete shift. There's a new beginning coming in where there are other experiences that you have never even tapped into before that are waiting for you after you get through just this last bit of the nonsensities that are taking place. Okay. Okay, yay, ready, good. And oh boy is right? So I was like, oh my. But there is a beginning that's being birthed. So being pregnant with whether it's a baby, a human baby, or an idea, or creating something new, there are the different stages of development, of creation that are not always pleasant. It's not always lollipops and unicorns and so on and so forth. That there is this alchemical process that's taking place, and that is exactly where we are at. And I could feel it too, and I can feel and see and smell the hope that's just right over that. And so what can help you now is to try not to get too far ahead of yourself, to not do, this is for everybody, to not go through your running checklist of all the things that are not going well and that are stressing you the F out right now. That's not purposeful. Like you see it, you know it, you've embraced it, you had dinner with it, you had a cocktail with it, and now we're going to say, okay, we already know this. This is old news. So now what we're going to do is we're going to find the nuggets of the beauty and the joy in the moment, whether you love decorating, whether you love baking, whether you love the holiday season, when it's time to reconnect with your loved ones. Find the joy and the blessings, the really beautiful friendships and connections that you know that are nurturing and that you enjoy connecting with in those moments, right? That's similar to the predictions that I just posted for this week too. All right, everybody. So I hope that the messages resonated. Hopefully some seeds were dropped in for things to think about, food for thought. Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe we're in December already. Anyway, and I had a question. I had to look it up. I was wondering, when is the next Mercury retrograde cycle? Because there's some stuff that's popping up, and so it's not till it's the next cycle is December 13th to January 1st. Coming up, yeah. So just be mindful that as we move into that time frame, and I just feel like this is in general anyway. Think before you speak, think before you process, and when you hear something, make sure that you're not hearing something and receiving it and digesting it through the filter of your shadow side, of your woundedness and your triggers. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. You're so welcome. So good to connect with all of you. You're very welcome. And yes, lots of good, positive shifts coming in. And sometimes things just really do suck. So you got to go just call it what it is, call it as it is, be honest, and then don't stay there for too long. All right, everybody, sending you lots of hugs and love. Have a great week. I look forward to seeing all of you soon. And I'm going to repeat my message for everybody. Try not to get caught up in the hustle and bustle. Watch those holiday movies, right? We just watched Home Alone, The Grinch, and Christmas Vacation. And it was so nice to just reconnect with those movies. I haven't watched my Ralphie movie yet, but Christmas Story. But enjoy this season. This is the season of the reflection, of things dying off, where they're complete, so that we're making room for rebirth and new. Okay. All right. You're so welcome, everybody. Have a beautiful week. Bye-bye.